So if you can share the agenda, that would be great too.
Yes. Da, 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 da. Okay, there we go.
All right, well, I'm Commissioner or Chair Simon T. I would like to call this meeting to order. And then let's start with a roll call. As I mentioned, I'm Simon T. I'm the Chair of the Commission. So let's go with the next person. Commissioner Sharp, you want to go next?
Yes, I'm Blake Chard. I'm a commissioner on the commission.
I'm Julie McGarva and I'm the Chief Examiner.
Brian Hurley, Fire Chief.
Jay Mason with the Police Department.
All right, thank you. And we don't have any visitor or audience today, so that's put that in record as well.
Oh, no one else is here.
And no one else is there? Okay, good. So the next item then is to decide if we have any changes to the agenda or proposed changes.
I have none.
All right, if that's the case, then we'll proceed as with the agenda as presented. And the next item on the agenda will be the approval of minutes of the July 13 meeting minutes. Commissioner, do you have any comments, any questions, or any?
No, I didn't see any problems.
All right. Do I have a motion for approval of the minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes of the July 13th meeting as presented.
And I second the motion, and those who approve of the minute July 13th meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So the motion adopted and minutes approved. So the next item then will be item number 5, status of eligibility lists. Julia, you want to take us on that?
The list is pretty much the same as last month. You'll notice we did make the one change that you guys approved at the last commission meeting, that the police services specialist 1 is now an active continuous recruitment, but otherwise there were no other changes to the list.
Right. Any question, comments, Commissioner Sharp?
None for me.
And none for me either. So let's go to the next item on the agenda, which is the, let me see. Item number 6, the approval of entry-level police eligibility list.
Yes. Let me get to that. Okay.
Okay.
So here is a current list. We've actually added 5 names to the list. You can see that we have a total of 10 on the list. 2 were removed, 1 had a failed background, and 1 we actually hired as our new police officer, Anthony Dominguez. So currently there are 10 people on the list.
Great. Any question, comment, Commissioner Sharp?
No comments.
All right, will I have a motion for adoption of this new revised list?
I move we approve the new list as presented.
And those who second, I second the motion, and those who approve of the entry-level police officers eligibility list, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So the list is now approved. Motion adopted. Let's go to item number 7 right now, I believe.
Okay.
which is the civil service exam plan for, is that DA District 2 in fire department?
Yes, this is an exam plan for a department assistant too in the fire department. It was a budgeted position in 2024. It was frozen for a while. That has now been released. So we'd like to do the recruitment. So I've included the quick little staff report that states that it was in the 2023-2024 budget. And that we'd like to proceed with filling the position. You can see the exam plan is very similar to ones that we've done in the past. All candidates that have met that meet the minimum qualification will be routed to the subject matter experts for review. More than likely, that will be one of the chiefs or both the chiefs and the administrative assistant in the department that will be doing that review. The SME review you can see the ratings of 25% for each category on the dimension scored there. Those that get a 70% score will proceed on to the oral exam. And there are the dimensions that we'll be scoring with the ratings. The final score, 40% will be towards the written exams, 60% towards the oral board, plus of course, veteran preference points that will give them a total final combined score. And that we will present that final eligibility list to the commission when we've got that all wrapped up. And we'll present it for your approval. And then the chiefs may interview from that list, just like the top 7 from the list that the commission approves.
How many, a question I have, Julian, thank you for presenting that. How many points, a preference point for veterans candidates?
Oh, the veterans, they follow the same for any public service position. So, if they meet the criteria, which is basically if they're been released from the military and have their DD 214 form and everything and have not gotten another job in a government agency, they get 10%. If they are retired, but have gotten a job but are retired, they can get up to 5%. Those reference points, preference points are added. So they'll get a final score between the written and the oral, and then they get either 10% or 5% of that final score. So the preference points are added at the end to that final score.
Got it. Thank you. Any comments or question, Commissioner Char?
No,
Okay. Do we have a motion to adopt this exam plan?
yeah, I move that we approve the fire department, Department Assistant 2 exam plan as presented.
And I second the motion, and those who approve of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved, and we have this exam plan adopted. Julian, what is the next item? Let me see.
Look here. Here we go.
Number 8. I guess that's all for today. So moving to update. So would you like to start, Julian, or you want? As far as update, is one of the chief like to begin, or Julian, do you
Sure.
want to?
Yeah, I can start, Commissioner T. Well, first, thank you for approving the Department Assistant 2 position. That was a position that we did have in the department from 2003 to 2020, and was one of the reductions through COVID. So we're very excited to get that position filled again and help support our staff in the department. A couple of other updates. I'm trying to remember the timing at the end of the last meeting, but we did complete our battalion chief promotional process, and Lieutenant James Osberg was promoted to that position. And then to fill his fire lieutenant vacancy, firefighter Scott Kennedy was promoted to fire lieutenant. That then created a firefighter opening, for which we've made a conditional offer to a candidate who's going through the process right now. We also had offers accepted by 2 paramedic candidates. One of them is starting next week. Unfortunately, the other candidate got another job offer much closer to where he lived, which he opted in the end to take that offer. You know, we totally understood that and wished him well, but we'll be again working on as we often are paramedic recruitment. So that's my update.
Well, thank you, Chief Roy.
And for the police department, I think last time we spoke, we had 2 candidates who had just started or were starting the police academy, and they're still up there, which is a good sign. We have 1 new hire that just started the 1st of this month, Anthony Dominguez. He's a Tumwater kid, and he went to away for college and then has come back and applied with us, so we picked him up. We do not have an academy date for him. And then we have 1 officer who is retiring as of the 15th, and that's Officer Stacy Brown. Stacy has been with us for about 6 years. She has been in law enforcement, I believe, for 27 years, mostly with Lewis County. So she is retiring in the middle of this month. And it's one of the first retirements that we expect over the next year to year and a half. So we kind of see in our staffing plan that we need to address this, because I think I believe I've said this before, that in the next 3 years we have 10 people who are eligible for retirement, and the next 5 years I believe it's 13. So it's kind of what we're looking at staffing up for.
Well, thank you. Good luck with the recruitment on backfilling her position right there. Thank you. And
I
then
have
Julian, do you have?
I have one small thing just to let you know. I might have already mentioned it, I don't remember, but basically the next meeting, September, will be my last meeting. I'm actually retiring September 29th. Is my last day with the city, and I'm going to retire. So in the September meeting, I don't know if we will have the administrative services director position filled at that point yet, but we do have it posted. We're working very hard on getting it filled by the time I leave on September 29th. I can update you in September as to what the status is, and if the position doesn't look like it's going to be filled, kind of what our options are in regards for coverage for the chief examiner.
Well, Julian, I'm very happy and excited to hear of your retirement. Very happy for you. I'm sure I wouldn't be happy for the city, because my understanding, you've been around for so long. I mean, your expertise and experience will be probably very dearly missed. So in that, I think I'd be a little bit disappointed for the city, but very happy for you. As far as the recruitment, have you all received any applications so far? Do you know, or when is it closing date?
The closing date is August 27th, and we have received a few applications, and it's only been open since Tuesday. So that's good. And I've had a couple of people reach out to me. So I am hoping that that we have at least 10, maybe 12 applications to review.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully you're successful in finding a replacement. If not, I guess maybe we have to convince Eric to kind of come back and fill in temporarily.
Poor Eric, he's never going to get to fully retire.
Well, he's enjoying his part-time. He's still part-time, right? Working for the city.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you. Excited for you and look forward to maybe celebrating with you on your retirement, so.
Thank you.
All right, any other business or any issues to discuss for the good order before we adjourn?
Nope.
So the next meeting date is September 14, Commissioner Sharp. Is that going to be okay for you?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that should work for me too. I don't anticipate anything, and so we'll plan to meet again on the 14th. And other than that, I guess I'd like to take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I move that we adjourn.
And I second the motion, and those who approve of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So meeting adjourned. Good night, everyone, and good seeing y'all.
Thank you.
See you on
Yeah.
the 14th next month.
See you. Thank you.
Night.